A very good evening to you. Welcome to the press conference on Silverbirds Rhythm 93.7. Just the press conference is, of course, the journalist show that comes on your radio set every day, Mondays through to Thursdays, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Today is our last installment for the week, and it's been a roller coaster week, you will agree with me. We have so much to talk about. If this is your first time of tuning in, what we'll do on the show is to take you through some of the major developments in the news, as of course we unpack them and bring you some incisive analysis, and of course to deepen the conversation as to engender a society where we can all hold government and of course our political leaders accountable. So this is what the show is all about, and we do this dispassionately in such an unbiased manner, and that's the focus as always. So if you're ready, why don't you, of course, leave your dial right here as we get you going, and of course we'll be touching base with several parts of the stories that are making rounds across the country and even beyond. By the way, we're streaming live. You can watch this on our YouTube channel, the Silverbird YouTube channel, much later. And like right now, we're streaming live. You can go to Samson Omale blog on Facebook. Please search for it. So if you're not following, you may not be able to get the notification when we start. So you need to follow. There's a blue button there. Remember to just click it and follow. Once you have that done, you'll be able to get access to, of course, this program live. So we are streaming already live. And remember that we will take more of your comments on Facebook rather than the calls. So if you go there, drop your comments there on our live stream, and you'll be sure that we'll read them right here live on the show. So remember to like Samson Omale blog, and of course remember to also be part of this show as much as you can. Once again, you're welcome to the press conference. My name is Samson Omale. It's always good to be here. I have, of course, the one who definitely has many thoughts and many epicization to a lot of our discussion here daily. If it's not epicization that he has coined, he will tell you that is malapropism. And then the day that is not satisfied with all of that, what does he do? He tends to bring you some very village proverbs that can unsettle you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show.
There are no proverbs that are village. You don't seem to be a student of literature. I'll keep that lecture for another day because you have provoked, a whole discourse. Good evening. My name is Ukandi Udi.
Just to answer and say he's Ukandi Udi, he has decided to first insult me in a mature manner.
No, correct you. It's correct you.
That's what you think.
I'm trying to broaden, to widen your horizon. I'm trying to create a wider field for your victors.
I don't need it. I don't need it. You just call your name. You just introduce yourself, and then we'll get to the show. You don't need to rub that in.
Okay, there was no intention to rub in. If it actually got in, it was not intentional.
Okay, I have just propped you up. I have just colored you. I have
no.
Improved your persona, and then the best way for you to
there was a misrepresentation, and I felt it was just responsible of us to correct it.
You are still going further than where you were supposed to have stopped.
It's alright, sir.
How are you?
I'm cool.
How's your day today?
Cool.
How much did you buy fuel today?
I don't buy every day. They did something today that is a food for thought.
Okay.
I bought it yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
At 1,285.
Mm-hmm.
So coming out today, I discovered that they too are beginning to feel a sense of outrage. Most of the finish, or where the station where I normally buy, decided to reduce from 1,285 now to 1,185. So what I do now is, since they have become very poetic in character, I will follow them in that manner. Well, we have to be watching ourselves for 2 days, 3 days, and be observing the trends from other parts of the world.
Okay.
Before we make any purchases.
Okay. So, but again, I think it also brings to light some of the things I really want to talk about, and that's in the light of the fact that. There was a report in the Punch newspaper today, Mr. Udi, which lay credence to the fact that Dangote Refinery is now responsible for almost 92.5 or 8% of Nigeria's petrol consumption daily. And those were the report that came from the Nigerian downstream sector, downstream company or organization, the agency responsible for that. Now, the worry in that report, which is also something that also featured prominently in some of the editorials, is that we have gradually moved from, a liberalized sector now to a monopoly now, because Dangote switches on the price now and switches it off at will. And we've seen that in the last few days. We're celebrating this man when he came in and all that, but he was going somewhere. You remember that, when the former DG or chief executive of the Nigeria mainstream, downstream regulatory and whatever agency, tried to give more import licenses, Dangote wasn't happy about it, and he went for the man's jugular. He went for everything. He went with everything, with all the hammers, the sledge, the rock, the everything, and eventually that man was removed. I'm sure that anybody would want to come into that space now would think very seriously, because now he holds the yam and he holds the knife, and he can slice it anyway. So at some point we're literally rejoicing that yes, Dangote is here, we have smooth whatever and all that. Even us on this topic, especially you, was a proponent of the fact that, oh yes, it's good and all that, but this is where now it's going to. Are you still excited about where we're inching towards? Where now one person now can determine our fate, and anybody who attempts to break that monopoly, he will come at you. And he has the heirs of those in power. He has the control. So is this something that we should be concerned about? Is this something that we should fight? Is this something that we should begin the responsible Nigerians and agencies should begin to talk about and look at? Because as it is now, if Dangote decides that we'll be buying petrol for 2,000 naira now, when he starts supplying 100% of Nigerians petrol, we'll buy that 2,000 naira.
So far, what has he done to create fears in you if he's actually enjoying that monopoly position? Because even 2 days ago, you reported here that he slashed the price of petrol by 100 naira. I even argued that reaction was quite emotional, because he has to be sure of the situation in the global market before he knows whether it is healthy to slash prices or to review upwards. And here you are now, you are beginning to fear his monopoly position. Now, when he has shown that tendency, that whenever the market forces are favorable, he reduces it reduces the cost per liter. So I don't know why we should begin to fear first. He has not demonstrated anything. I don't have cause to begin to worry, because from the time he started the operation, he did not only speak, he demonstrated a disposition to intervene, to make life more affordable for Nigerians by getting the price or making fuel affordable. So I have no basis now to express fear until he provides it.
Okay.
Yes.
So you don't have any fear?
No, I don't have any fear.
And you think that we are walking on a comfortable path?
That is a different thing. That is a different thing, because if the country did not even like that, just imagine that if Dangote did not even come up with a refinery, we'll still be relying solely on imported fuel, and then we are having refineries that are lying moribund. Now, if these refineries have become obsolete, you expect that if Dangote as an individual can build a new refinery, a modern one, in record time, what stops Nigeria from building new refineries? There has been this talk about this
Bois refinery.
These other smaller scale but modular refineries in different locations to refine fuel.
Yeah.
Nobody is pursuing that policy. The government does not seem to be interested. It's not even talking about such a thing. Even when this emergency erupted in the Middle East, causing this disruption in fuel supply and then volatile market situations all over the place, I have been talking here about the government raising a technical team to respond to the challenges of the situation. Nobody is talking. This experience, is it not enough for a government that is responsive to the needs, the demands of the people, to say, okay, where is the proposal for these modular refineries? What can we do about it now? So that in a situation like this next time, we will not have to be panicking. I asked, and I will ask again, as I asked that day, what if this situation we are seeing gradually escalates into a world war, a prolonged one, and then the distortions worsens? What are we going to do? Yes, we are always, we are selling crude and the rest. Even if we have all the crude, and we say that is where what of the refined fuel? If we get into a war situation.
Yeah, I agree partly with what you said, and of course on the point that what are we doing with our own refinery? I agree completely in terms of where are the refineries. Where are the Nigerian refineries?
So it is even the federal government that is creating a monopoly for Dangote. He didn't ask for it.
But the point where it is now, Mr. Odi, is that anyone who wants to import now, Nigerians now, or those importers who usually and normally will import fuel, have stopped importing fuel. Because anytime now, this is the fear you talked about. You have not seen any reason. Maybe I should give you one reason. Anytime these guys import fuel into the country, what Dangote does is that he crashes the price. He crashes the price in what is obtainable, so that these guys.
Which is a normal behavior in a competitive situation.
So now those guys can no longer import into the country because the market forces, or rather the kind of competition in the market, is such that once they import, Dangote reduces his price. They are at a loss. So what's the next thing they do? What's the consequence of that? They stop importing. Then where does that leave Dangote? He's the only player in the market.
But that has not resulted in scarcity. That has not affected supply.
No, the point I'm making, Mr. Oda, is that so you say you don't have any cause to worry
up till now,
and then you are inadvertently what you're saying is that yes, monopoly is fine if we can get fuel without any scarcity. If it's very available, we can get it at any price. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
A well-behaved monopoly is more preferable and better to a very a rascally competitive situation.
Okay, I think that's your opinion. And I don't think that we should encourage monopoly in 2020.
No, I did not. You didn't hear what I said. I said a well-behaved monopoly, like the one we are seeing with Dangote, is better than a rascally competitive situation.
Okay.
Where sometimes those people importing fuel even import fuel of poor or unserviceable quality.
That is governance issue there now that you're talking about.
So they are all part of the free market or free and fair competition in the market that you are proposing.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, this is a press conference on Silverbird's Rhythm 93.7 Jos. And let's get into the other matters. Mr. Ode, there's a worrying situation now with the Nigerian army and forces battling insurgents, bandits and all that in the country as we speak. And what's worrying, we're losing soldiers in such a very horrific manner, especially in the last 2-3 weeks. We are losing senior members of the Nigerian army, killed in ambush, attacked, and it's beginning to elicit concern. Just yesterday, the Chief of Defense Staff was so bothered that he had to call for a meeting of the defense of the army, of the service chiefs, and this is ongoing now for a couple of weeks. I don't know what you make of it, really. But it's a very painful situation. The statistics are there. I can read them for you. But it's a very terrible situation that senior armies, the Brigadier General is among those who was killed a few days ago. We're seeing senior army officers and army personnel being killed in ambush. Either ambush or their bases being attacked. And all of that. And the numbers are growing every day.
I think that this issue, as far as we are concerned here, has become old, or at best we simply say it has been quite recurrent, on this press conference. If we are losing to the insurgents or the bandits or whatever, in terms of at them attacking and going scot-free, leaving us with casualties to bury, it means that on our own side we still have a lot to do. The certain things we are putting in place are not working. First of all, we have been pointing out here, our intelligence gathering is poor. They seem to be superior. And then two, these people will not just succeed like that if there is no sabotage within our own security system. You see, we say for information is energy. Without information, you cannot act. How will these people know that this is the direction that our troops are supposed to go and they will lay ambush? Yes, when you say ambush, that means that the person knows that this is no person will pass here.
Yeah.
So I will either put mines on the ground, or I do this, hide myself and see how I can take advantage of him.
Mm-hmm.
All these things happen because the people get report, they get intelligence from inside our own security. So we have to build ourselves. And then you want to ask again, there have been these reports repeatedly from there that they have been decimated, there have been serial airstrikes, that airstrikes have lost so many dead, this camp scattered and dismembered and the rest. Now, where do they regroup to come and attack? Not only attack, they attack successfully and leave us with corpses, casualties to behold. So the problem is with us. We have to step up our game. One, be prepared. We should have the right equipment. We've been talking about the yearly military budget, how it is being spent. We make sure that those who are now providing security, those who are in this war front, they should have the right equipment, right gadgets, all the paraphernalia they need. Modern warfare.
Casualties to behold.
For us to win the war, and then we take the game to them. We cannot wait. The most embarrassing thing when you say they come and attack the barracks.
Yes.
It's very embarrassing. That will show you how daredevil, how well prepared they are. So I think the challenge is with us. Yes, we have to prepare, and then within the security, we have to be sincere to ourselves and with ourselves. Who is giving information, intel to these people? Somebody has to answer that question.
Is that a very difficult thing to do? Is that a very difficult thing to be able to get? I mean, just as you said, we have at some point these people who are repentant and all of that, and who found their way. Could they be responsible?
In fact, that is another very, very unexamined policy.
Yes.
That they got adopted sometime. That is to admit so-called repentant, insurgents. They go into the system is the worst act of self-sabotage that the security is committing in our system. You don't do that. You don't do that, because how are you sure that he will not? He repents today. Tomorrow he might repent and go back to the other this thing. Or like somebody doing an investigation, you can decide to wear uniform to get to a certain place to find out certain facts. He decided to repent in quote, just to enable him find a way into the system to sabotage it from within. So I think that policy should be reversed and abandoned.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's get to other issues. You have something you want to read from us here regarding last week. We talked about the fact that the Plateau State Independent Electoral Commission had brought out their timetable, wherein they were expected to have conducted primaries for local government chairmen and councillors, but there seemed to be another communication from the commission sent out this afternoon to journalists about the new dates, that a couple of things, election in that part of government will happen. What was it like?
Well, actually, the release. The press release from the PLATEAU has actually indicated that there are changes in the schedule of activities, lined up for, towards the conduct of the next local government election. According to the new release now, or the new arrangement, collection of nomination forms by political parties will take place from April 8 to April 10, 2026. While the submission of nomination forms to the Commission is scheduled for April 13 to April 17, 2026. The publication of personal particulars of candidates will hold on April 20, 2026, followed by the screening of chairmanship candidates and their running mates from April 22nd to April 25th, 2026, and the screening of councillorship candidates from April 26th to April 30th. The release states further that the list of qualified candidates will be published on May 20, 2026, while appeals by aggrieved aspirants will be received on May 21st and heard on May 22nd, 2026. The final list of nominated candidates will be published on June 8, 2026, while political campaigns will commence officially on 9th of June this same year. The release indicates also that other key activities in the timetable remain unchanged, including the publication of the official register of voters on July 21st, the submission of names of polling agents by political parties on August 12th, and the publication of the notice of poll on August 17, 2026. Political campaigns will end at midnight on Monday, 7th September, ahead of the elections scheduled to hold in the 17 local government areas of Plateau State on Wednesday, 9th September 2026, between 8 and 3 p.m. 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. According to PLATEAU, it is reassuring stakeholders and the general public of its commitment to conducting free, fair, credible, and inclusive elections in accordance with the law and global best practices. The Commission therefore urges all political parties to strictly comply with the revised timetable and other guidelines issued for the conduct of the elections. And the release is signed by Honorable Pam Jan Devu, who is the Secretary of the Plateau State Independent Electoral Commission.
Okay, you successfully read everything. You know?
It was not going to make sense for me to read something and read it. So,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So, but we now have a date for the chairmanship election.
The date has been there. It is among what they did not change.
Okay.
Yes. They only reviewed some from the activities. That is like the primaries, collection of forms, and the rest.
So that date
and
is
they said
the
it is
October date, September date.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And according to the they did that because of the new electoral act or the new electoral act which is in place. So that caused those changes. So I think to some extent they are minor. It allows the parties involved to prepare more and get their candidates ready.
Okay. While that is happening, I think it's also a safe space for us to quickly say congratulations to the Governor of Plateau State. Today is his birthday, and we are permitted here to say happy birthday to Mr. Governor.
Yeah, we can use for the press conference to tell him happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yes.
Yes.
So it's a press conference now, not a single individual here.
Yes.
It's a press conference saying, Mr. Governor, happy birthday to you. Happy 61st birthday. And we pray and wish you God's wisdom, more health, be in sound health, sound mind, to be able to pilot and take decisions for the interest and growth and development of Plateau State, even though we're not invited for the birthday party.
Is there any birthday party?
I'm just kidding.
Because it appears like you preferred it low key this time around. However, anyhow, you will live to celebrate more of this day.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's get national now. Mr. There is something happening that I don't understand with the People's Democratic Party, and that's between the faction that is loyal to the FCT minister and that led by Sanu Turaki. You do know that they've been talking about reconciliation between both sides in their following the aftermath of the Court of Appeal judgment. Now, we're just getting reports now coming through that both sides have fixed its presidential primary for May 25th, 2026. In a communique that was issued after their reconciliation or their meeting yesterday, they say it's the 160th meeting of the National Executive Committee in Abuja. The party also approved a new timetable for the 2027 general election. After deliberating on the issues concerning the party and the current political developments within its structures, the NEC resolved that the submission of membership register must be carried out by April 10th. They also fixed assembly primaries for May 2nd, National Assembly primaries May 9th, and governorship primaries for May 16th, 2026. And the NEC also urged all parties involved in dispute within party to embrace reconciliation and refrain from pursuing further litigation, particularly any move to proceed to the Supreme Court in the overriding interest, stability, and future of the party. Now, I understand that the Ketika Committee Chairman, Abdurrahman Mohammed, urged restraint among members, but again, the Board of Trustees rejects, after 2-day meeting, rejected the Court of Appeal judgment that nullified the Ibadan National Convention. That's the Board of Trustees. So there's this, back and forth. Now, after another meeting with the Samuel Turaki-led working committee, the chairman of the PDP BOT, Adolphus Wabara, said, and I quote, "After a thorough consideration of all issues relating to the leadership of the PDP, especially in the light of the Monday 9th, 2026 judgment of the Court of Appeal, the Board of Trustees convened an emergency expanded meeting held on Tuesday 10th and Wednesday 11th, March 2026, that is, and resolved as follows." Now, this is the resolution of the Board of Trustees. Now, that they
I think that is what we should work with.
Okay, so that it disagrees with the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which pronounced an invalidation of the November 15th to 16th, 2025 National Convention that produced Kabiru Teminu Turaki-led National Working Committee of the party. The BOT is disturbed by the avoidable internal leadership dispute and wrangling leading to damaging litigations with consequential detrimental effect on the unity and smooth running of the PDP as a major opposition party in the country. The BOT, however, acknowledges and resolves to explore the window provided by the Court of Appeal Ibadan Division for reconciliation within the party. The BOT, according to Wabara, was cautious of the interests and aspirations of its members who were desirous of contesting various positions in the 2027 general elections. And they've considered a committee to immediately interface with the legal teams and any other stakeholders to foster reconciliation within the party. So those are, there's a lot they will say, but I can't keep going on and on and on.
And there are contradictions there.
Yeah, there are contradictions.
Yes.
Yeah. When I said I'm a bit confused about what
you talk of, not being satisfied with the judgment of the appeal court.
Yes.
And then heading to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
How can you be going to court and at the same time be reconciling?
Yes.
With who?
That's why I said I didn't understand what these guys are doing, man.
Now, I thought they were going to take the option that appears to be more workable in the circumstances, which is the reconciliation, given the time available. Now, if they go to court, they will want to say they go and apply for expedited hearing, But how soon will they come back and prepare for elections, which timetable is already out?
That's right.
So I thought, since even the fire spitting Wike and others, we're also talking of reconciliation. A meeting point will be very easy for them to establish. So talking of reconciliation and going to court, I don't know which one. I don't know. But somebody is not making sense there.
And they should come out clean to tell us, because right now they are confusing their members the more. Are there reconciliation talks really going on? If they are, what is the stage? Who are those involved in the reconciliation? It is
from what you read there. It is after today that we will begin to hear of the gains of the reconciliation committee. Since they set up a committee to that effect.
Yeah.
In the next 2-3 days, we should begin to get internal report that, from the committee, that the warring parties have agreed to come together. And then from there, they will begin to resolve other things. After all, the same judgment they are protesting, that did not recognize the Ibadan Convention, is the same judgment that held that Anyanwu and others were duly suspended. So if one head is sweet, the other, so which one? How are you going to throw away the entire judgment? Or you are challenging only the aspect that doesn't suit you?
Maybe.
No, I think they should work with the reconciliation option. If they actually want to participate in the next general elections, But I think, in particular, the presidential election, their position, they are they are hoping from a very weak position, as it is now.
Okay. We will keep looking around to see how far this will be settled, because there's so much talking points coming out of the PDP. Yeah, you want to say something? Okay, so we've talked about that, and quickly we understand that, and we're just talking about this just before we got on air, and Mr. Ode was trying to draw my attention to the fact that it's not only the APC that are receiving defectors, that the ADC is also receiving defectors. And I said, okay, well, that's true. We understand that no fewer than 9 senators from different political parties formally announced, their defection to the ADC today, further reshaping the political configuration of the Senate. Now, those who declared for the party include the lawmaker representing Sokoto South, Aminu Tambawal, his Abia South counterpart, Inaya Abarebi, Bino Ziaro from Adama South, Victor May from Anambra Central, Tony Moyi from Anambra North, Lawal Usman from Kaduna Central, Ogoshi Onawo from Nasarawa South, Austin Akobundu from Abia Central, and Ireti Kingibe from the Federal Capital Territory, the one that appears to have known her fate, according to Wiki's threats, that she will never come back as Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, their letters of defection were read on the floor of the Senate on Thursday by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. In his letter, Moyi attributed his decision to internal crisis within the Labour Party. And reacting after reading the letter, Akpabio welcomed the lawmakers to their new political platform, but dismissed suggestions that the ruling All Progressive Congress was responsible for the wave of defection. Take note of that, Mr. Ode.
I should take note. Am I a secretary of APC?
Now, just please take note of that comment, so that I can make appropriate comments on that. Don't misconstrue what I'm trying to say.
All right, sir. Okay, sir.
Don't join the gong.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So, as at Thursday now, the APC retains a dominant majority with 87 senators, while the PDP has dwindled to 7 members. 7 members. The ACC has posted by their latest, they now has 7 senators in the chamber.
Which people?
ADC now.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So other minority parties include the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, the New Nigeria People's Party, NMPP, the National Democratic Congress, each of which has 1 senator, bringing the total membership of the Senate to 106. So who is the minority leader in their house now with this configuration?
Well, the important thing is that something has been demonstrated. A trend has been a certain trend that has been subsisting for some time has been cracked.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the movement of these senators, especially into the ADC, show that the ADC is actually upcoming, and we can understand why the ADC looks like a threat. In recent times, as of last week, there were reports of the APC called the convoy of Amechi being attacked in Rivers State or some of the ADC formations and things like that. There is a case in court in which some idle people are challenging why the ADC should exist and urging the court to get it obliterated. According to your friend Trump, from the political face of Nigeria. So if have 7 people, as it appears, there will be more defections. One, you said there were 7 left in the PDP. Now, those ones who I believe have a political future or they are still interested in the politics of the days ahead, if the PDP situation remains undecided as it is, to the extent that it will not be of any effect in terms of making electoral nominations, you will expect that those people will move. And of course, they will be moving to where they think maybe they will have relevance or to a party that will win. But what I want to assure you is that the defections to APC, to the ADC, we have not seen all. Possibly, some people may even defect from the APC into other parties.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. And my also concern is that you have a lot of these people who have the senators who have moved into the APC. Now they contested against some people who lost the primaries in the APC. I'm talking about people in the PDP and eventually won. Now that they've moved into that party, they also have people who now some senators in the APC who didn't win and who are hoping that they are going to contest for primaries and of course win. What then becomes of them and as they get into the primaries? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that is why it's called politics. The game will play out itself, and somebody will emerge at the end of the day.
Somebody will emerge.
Yes, they will trade positions, there will be compromises, there will be sellouts, and all those things. And somebody must emerge.
Okay, we'll keep our fingers crossed as we see what the table will look like. I think it's safe enough space for us to pick your calls on 08064641536. We're having fewer comments today on the show. I'll just read the few that I have before I get into the course. If I get into picking the course. So this is Zacchaeus Chukuraf Dalio. He's sending this message on our Facebook page and saying, or comments there saying, "Good evening, Samson Omale. I'm watching live from Angle D from Zawan. Keep up the good work, guys." And Wiki's friend, Mr. Kandi.
He's making a mistake. Yeah, Wiki man.
Engineer Ruben.
Very unmistakable.
Engineer Ruben Jama says, "You guys are doing well. Please keep it up. Tops, bro. I'm always on this station. And please, Omale, greet Mr. Grima Kandi. He's always making the program interesting." Engineer Jama Ruben from Rock FM Radio. Okay? Thank you very much. So he's from another radio station and is listening to us. I would say thank you very much for making 93.7 your choice time. Daniel Roxy says, "Good evening, sirs. The truth we all should know about the attack on our troops is that there is a very strong sabotage amongst the personnel, both from top officers and low ranks. The pathetic truth about the sabotage, it is important to identify the cartel in charge of sabotage amongst the military." That's another comment coming. You can make your comments, of course, keep them coming through on our Facebook page, and we'll do well to read them as we have them. Well, let's get to the phone calls now, and or to the phone rather. We have the line that is free. What's the number?
08064641536.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. I can't hear you, sir. Okay, Cholom from Biladi. Go ahead, please.
Concerning the news in the village.
Yes.
These news are not new. The military can crack them down and teach them out unless they don't want. How do they get Palestinians and then these news within them because they cannot be cracked? So that is one. Secondly, concerning the it's good that they reconcile. That's the only thing. Even if we wanted to go to the people, I think maybe to have gone that way to win it. And even if they win it, have a narrative, they will still have that annulled the convention. So it is better that you come and hear the voice of the former Senate President and agree and then do another. They have to work hard against the people. That's my own thing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. 08064641536. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Maxwell. Sorry, I did not call to contribute, but rather I only called to appeal to Kanye Ode to stop letting people to be laughing. I was laughing a lot when you asked him to be taken on and he said, how can he be taken on? You see, and then he secretary. So the thing made me to be laughing. I said, I don't know why Kanye Ode had APC, I thought that I did. So I'm not appealing to him to stop making me to laugh like a madman. Thank you.
Alright. You say you hate APC and those of them in APC and you're making it to laugh.
And look at it, these two things don't blend. You hate, and the hate generates laughter. Is laughter not an expression of love? So I gave him love. I didn't hate APC. I only asked. You gave me an assignment that I could not carry out. That cannot be interpreted as hatred. It cannot. They don't even resemble.
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from, sir?
Okay, my name is James. I'm speaking from Sabo Barrio.
Okay.
It appears you have not had spoken enough of the story of the PDP now. When he said the reconciliation will be done in his own time, that is what he's saying, very clear. Meaning that nobody can change the caretaker. You understand me? That man is not prepared for settlement. Let us slug it out in the court. So that if the vote can be orchestrated from our brothers, the organization, let me be. Then let us go to court. Let the court decide the way things have been decided before. Let's hear what they will say. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate that.
For that elucidation.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, my big friend.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm good at me, my big brother, Ose. Yes, I'm gentle.
All right.
Honestly speaking, concern about insecurity, the death of our gallant military soldiers. It is President Tinubu has to sit up and come up with American soldiers. Because Nigerian army has completely been polluted into religion capacity. If you see what is happening, it's terrible. The recent, if you look or how the recent officer that died, he escaped. At the end of the day, within the system, within the Nigerian army, within the secret to Boko Haram, and they got to that officer and was killed. You see that the military has been seriously, terribly polluted by the northerners. I have no apology. So we cannot, in this situation, this is Nigeria anymore again. Let Tinubu already get arranged with Trump as to deal with the situation. If not, Nigeria can never take this country for what is happening.
Thank you very much, Gentle. Your comment is not gentle at all. We're proud of the Nigerian army. I mean, they're doing a lot. They may not be able to do as much as you think they should, but we are losing the Nigerian army. We are losing soldiers who are laying and paying the supreme price to defend you and I. So I think we should not just be completely discouraged to say, okay, look, it's all bleak and doom. They're doing the bit they can, and we should be able to at least have some bit of confidence in what they're doing. Hello, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well, we are not at the word, but to see arrested to get a statement about politics. Nigeria should not share that politics is useful. Everywhere you so let me talk about another profession. It's politics, politics. And we're not just in India. Our time in Nigeria, if not young would say, Nigeria will come to anarchy, and stop the no movement. The work making. And Nigeria, they don't come in that to give the highest power of the land. This way. So coming into that way, even for money, is that the father and do the father. When about the issue of security, you cannot stop. This guy is come to repeat now. Now what? You say he knows where these people are. He has in their food. But I want to say it. And she put me and said, so what is really the problem with that thing? It's like that. They are flying out of 20 money. I'm better. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Comrade was able to push his thought today, even though he spoke a bit longer, but he was able to make his point. We appreciate that. 08064641536. Hello. Hello, good evening, sir. Oh, first time caller, you're welcome to the show. We're grateful that you made it a chance to call us.
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria the soldier, the last corporal, all of those recruiting to their tribe, the problem is from their over to their office. Because before all of this has happened, there is still like in Nigeria, and why people are not using the same like to save the innocent soul? For us to just sit down in the office, now send a command to the boss, and they are just dying. What is just all of those bad people?
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
And the issue of the coalition party, APC, the same problem that they have in PDP, if they are not careful, that same problem will follow them up to the APC. So they should be careful. Because it is politics, everybody wanted to be over. That is the problem where they have in APC.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. 006464
1536.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening,
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah.
My name is Anaka. I'm calling from Angola. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, fine. On the issue of Dangote monopolizing the petrolization in the country, I want to stand with something maybe. I stand with something maybe because we are right now benefiting from the oil field in Dangote in Nigeria. And again, I have one suggestion for the political school. Can you please ask one extra journalist for us so that we can get some different perspectives, not just Kandioke and Sansomale. But Sansomale is like the moderator, while the candidate is like the person, like the analyst. I need more analysts. Thank you. No one.
All right. Thank you very much. I can assure you that we're looking into that. Something we're working on seriously. And once we have a breakthrough and we successfully
to reflect on our brand.
On our brand. I can assure you, sir, that you made the right observation, and we are working assiduously to see that we have some newer faces on the show. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. Hello, sir. We missed that. 0064641536 is the number. We're inching closer and closer to the end of the show. Did you watch any game yesterday, by the way?
Oh my God.
Why is it you got?
See, I watched, first of all, let me declare, I watch good football.
Yeah.
Not this trend of, I'm this club, I'm not any club. Incidentally, I was watching that of
Newcastle?
No, Newcastle was on Tuesday.
Man City?
I first of all watched Arsenal.
Okay.
And they managed to get away with it, with a draw.
Arsenal fans who won't like it for seeing
they don't like it. I'm not a fan of any club, but that was what happened. Yes. That was what happened. That penalty remains contestable. It wasn't a penalty.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
It wasn't a penalty. But somehow it was given to them, and we were able to convert it, and the result stands. The Chelsea and then PSG. I was really keen about it to see, because of the way Chelsea had played PSG during the finals of the Club World Cup. But at that time I forgot that there has been change of personnel at Chelsea. It's a different coach. However, the game started 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. When it was 3-1, I love it. I told people that from the way Chelsea was playing, it's like Chelsea would overcome. When I checked my phone in the night, I was shocked. I saw a whopping 5-2. And that means the departments of Chelsea, the vital areas of the game collapsed, and those people were just banging goals.
So if Arsenal managed to get away with the draw, how will you describe Chelsea?
That is, a draw is better than that kind of loss, because Chelsea now has a challenge. They have an uphill task to score at least 4-0 in the return leg.
Okay, Mr. Odi.
For them to make it.
All right. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Godati.
Okay.
I just called to appreciate you.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. And on that appreciative note, we will end today's edition of the press conference. It's going to be another edition of the show this time around come Monday. We'll be here, God willing, to take you on another exciting ride. Mr. Ode, your final words on the show.
Thank you for always being with us. See you next week. My name is Okandi Ode.
And my name is Samson. I do have yourself a great day. Stay out of trouble, stay peaceful, and remember to always consider PLATEAU State in all that you do, because that's our desire to leave this place, of course, peaceful as always. Have yourself a great weekend ahead. Ahead of a great weekend. Stay out of trouble, and it's peace from us here. Bye bye.